What's up, everybody? As promised, I said I'd do a Dear Black People video where it's like if I was a spokesperson for, I guess, let's just say I just wanted all black people this time to just hear me. If I could just talk to the general population of black people, what would I say to them? I would start off with, this one might be longer than the last one, but I'm gonna try to make it short. First, I would have to say, get out of your feelings. I'm just going to be direct with how to say. I don't know how to make things not sound bad, but you guys are going to be offended, but you shouldn't be. I'm black and I love everyone. All lives matter to me, but I'm talking to black people specifically now, and I love you guys, so I wouldn't put out something. I love myself. There's nothing wrong with being black, right? Don't take what I say as a negative thing. I'm really just trying to tell you what I think will help you. I think if you get out of your feelings and try to think clearly, you can't ignore the obvious things in front of you, right? Democrats have been using your emotions, because black people are emotional, especially in regard to racism and slavery. So they're using that as a fear tactic to control you. And as of late, it's like becoming really obvious. And so that's why you have a large movement of black people like, wait a minute. But if you just try to think clearly, get out of your feelings while you're listening to me. I actually wrote notes down, right? Because there's a few things that I want to make sure I try to get out. All right, so let's just start with even the debate that just happened, since that's fresh. Kamala kept saying, blaming the 200 and whatever thousand deaths from COVID. She's blaming that on Trump. Like, really, she's literally blaming that on Trump, right? When Trump from day one has said that one death is too much, right? That's why he's pissed at China. For some reason, y'all not mad, but this man is pissed, right? And he said they will have to deal with what they've done. He's not joking, right? He's pissed because he cares about Americans. But when you look at the deaths, majority of those deaths came from Democratic ran cities like New York, who right away thought it was a good idea to take COVID patients and move them to nursing homes. Then later we find out that the elderly are more likely to die. So he literally just murdered all these people by his mistakes, right? And they're going to get on stage and talk about how that's Trump's fault, right? I think like back when there were 5 cases reported in the States, the first 5 cases, Trump said, oh no, shut off all travel from China. Hell no. And they were all Chinese. All 5 first cases were Chinese people that came from China. It's been confirmed, right? Trump shut down the country. Y'all called him a xenophobe, right? For those who don't know what it is, it's like someone who's against someone of another country, not like racism, like I don't like you because of your skin color, but I guess because of your nationality. So that now they're saying this man hate Asians, literally, from stopping the source of the virus, right? But now they're trying to say that he took this too lightly. He was trying to lighten it. He's not taking it serious. Like, what do you mean? Y'all were against closing the country. So just think, if 200,000 people died in this country from 5 people coming in, you guys would not have shut off the borders. How many more people would have died if more people came in from China spreading it like crazy? Just, the taxes, $750 in taxes, and y'all got this from a source that's not credible. I mean, how many lies do they have to do for y'all to wake up and see there's something bigger going on other than your skin color? We live in a country that literally allows a man to say he's a woman and now go to a woman's prison or use a woman's bathroom. And you think that people prejudice against your color? Just don't make sense to me, man. And then it's like the 400,000 in debt. I thought that's ironic because China's paying the Bidens, sending them on shopping sprees, right? So what is Biden promising China for these, shopping sprees and all this money? Nobody want to talk about that. But she talking about he owes debt, 400 million in debt. Well, he's a business person. I'm sure there's loans, there's taxes, there's all these things that he has to pay. Yes, it costs to be a business person as well. That's why it doesn't make sense that you want to just tax the hell out of them. That suffocates everybody under them. They're the ones creating jobs. You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to suffocate that source by taxing them. And we already know what Democrats do with taxes. They pocket that shit. Because look at your inner cities, Chicago, New York, LA, Oakland, all these big cities, right? Ran by Democrats. Where your tax money going? Your streets are still shit. The water probably ain't great. Trash everywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah, the quality of life not getting better, but your taxes keep going up. We know in Illinois. That's why I'm going to try to turn this state red. But I think that y'all need to just sit down and just think, she refused, trying to look at my notes, my handwriting terrible. She refused to talk about the fact that she literally said, and Biden, they've been all about raising taxes. She said, we will not raise your taxes. We will not. But they say it all the time. If they repeal his tax breaks, that literally raises your taxes. Like, that's what it does. They're saying, no, we're not. We're just going to repeal his tax breaks. The reason they're going that route is because they want you to believe that he's only cutting taxes on rich people. But working people realize that things are starting to get better. So that's why you see all these people got time to riot, because they ain't got nothing else to do. By law, the new Supreme Court nomination, Amy, I don't remember her last name, but like, he's within the law. He's not breaking the law to appoint this. You know what I mean? Y'all trying to flip the script and make it seem like he's doing something to try to get control over you. And then your threat is packing the court. Like y'all said, y'all will pack the court. It came out of your mouth. And first of all, I also want to say that a lot of you guys that are watching this probably didn't even know about most of these congressional seats and these courts and all of this stuff. When Biden's saying these things, like, how many of y'all knew what packing the court was? Y'all won't. And so y'all just gonna go over it, won't do your own research. So I'm gonna tell you, packing the court will literally make it to make a long story short, make it to where now the Democrats have control over everything. No matter who you put in office, no matter what you guys want and vote, if they control the courts, they can just basically control everything. They could turn down what they want, accept what they want, regardless of what. That basically takes away all of your rights. And right now you feel like you're on their side, because, racism, really? Okay, well, think about it at one day where you don't agree with some shit. You ain't nothing you could do. Right? So they blame the hardship of the country on Trump, talking about, everyone's devastated right now. They're devastated. It's because we literally have a pandemic happening. I'm actually grateful that it happened now than when we was with Obama. I just think that you can't blame the crisis on Trump. Like, he didn't create this virus. It came from y'all homies. You know what I mean? She brought up the fact that, what did she say? She brought up the fact that, out of the modern countries, we have the most cases or something like that. You can go back and look at all these things that I'm saying. But we're recovering faster than everybody. We're like literally doing well compared to where we were. And that's because Trump had a plan that Biden kept saying, and everyone on the left keeps saying that there was no plan. He doesn't have a plan. Like, there is a plan. They got up there. Y'all don't watch this stuff. I watch court TV, like not court, but the news, watch Fox News Business. I watch all the news stations all day. And if I'm working, I'll listen to it. This stuff is available. So like you can get this information. Trump from day one has been saying that he's going to defend pre-existing illnesses. Kamala just last night straight said that they're gonna just take that away, like they won't help you out. Trump's also denounced white supremacy. Like I think I've counted 21 times. I heard there were more, but I literally on my own have just done the research. You can do this too, and looked at all the videos of him denouncing white supremacy and like the KKK, neo-Nazis. The statement on both sides of the argument were fine people. He was talking about the statues, not the people with the pickets and torches or whatever you guys were talking about. Y'all took a different scenario and inserted it there. And it's working on people who just literally just listen to the media. That's why he calls it fake news. Some of the people that he was defending were people who were defending keeping the statues up, not taking down these statues. And it wasn't because they were white supremacists. It was just because they feel like it's important to know your history. Because, you know, the best way to take down a country like ours is to get rid of the history and create a new one in the image of what an enemy would want, right? That's what's happening, I feel. But anyway, if you take away history, you can't learn from it. We're not in that place anymore. Yes, the shit happened, is messed up, but we're not there anymore. Some people are still bad, but that's just bad people. That's not a whole systemic or society of this crap. But it's like Nancy Pelosi, you know, the stimulus bill stuff that keeps getting held up. Like Nancy Pelosi would rather let you guys die, starve, you know, stay like this before she helps Trump. Think about that. He said literally, give me nothing but right now, nothing but something that will just help the people, small businesses and people who are unemployed right now because of this virus. And she wants to add all these other things in here, like $3 trillion worth of crap for stuff to bail out some of her homies in her failing cities. And when that money goes into those cities, right, their homies just gonna pocket it and the city's still gonna keep doing shitty. Trump don't want that. He's saying, let's help people. That's it, right? This is why they're so against Trump. He's messing up their money, their control. And so it's like, she don't care about you, and she'll say it's his fault though. And that's just period. NATO is now paying their fair share into our defense. We were putting in all the work, and they're supposed to be our allies, but we the only ones paying up. Now they pay up. How is that a bad thing? Kamala failed to answer the question about how she feels about China. And I mean, it's obvious why by now, right? The Chinese have been paying the Bidens for like shopping sprees, like handing them money. There's joint bank accounts with the Bidens. These are real things, right? These are real. You can see this information, but nobody's talking about it. Y'all are just like, oh, racism. It's bigger than your race. It's really about your life right now. Pence said it last night. Stop playing politics with people's lives. Kamala kept bragging about her when she was a prosecutor and all this, right? Well, more black people got locked up when she was prosecuting people for minor drug offenses. Like, you were 19 times more likely to get arrested if you were African American or Latino or some shit like that. So, yeah, there's more jobs for minorities now. Trump says this all the time. I think y'all need to just really watch his rallies, even if you don't like him. I don't see how a neutral person can listen to anything he says and feel like, damn, this dude messed up. I don't hear not if you love yourself and your country and want to be a better person and want to just live that American dream that we boast about, I feel like everything he says makes you feel more like it's possible now. Harris was only picked because she's black, not because she's qualified. I feel like that debate last night proved that. It's like, I feel like you should want people to be there who are qualified over and what they look like, because I mean, it's your livelihood, you know. It's like, I feel like we need to ask the Democrats this one question as black people, and then I'm gonna try to end this. If racism is the big problem, right? This is the huge problem. How will raising taxes, climate change, spending extra money on that, controlling how we run business and how we use energy in our homes, free college, which also community college, which also promotes you only reaching for that level. Nothing wrong with doing that, but like, come on, try to go for much more than a community college. So that's a way of like, oh, we'll go here because it's free. But now you just limited yourself based on that. That's what they want. How will controlling your health care, controlling how much money is good for you, basically, with all these taxes and this and that, right? They're telling you how your money should work for you. How does any of that solve racism? How does that make a white person and a black person now get along? All those things I just said. I don't know why no one has asked that question yet, because none of that shit has to do with racism. Making it to where criminals can now get out easier with getting rid of the bond or whatever. And these people that commit these crimes are more likely going to move right next door to your black behind and commit crimes in your neighborhood. How does any of that stop racism? I'm going to do a full video on court packing, but I think you guys need to do your own research. You need to get out of your feelings. I'm not going to post links to anything that I said, because I feel like I would be no different than the media you're just listening to if I expected you to, if I'm just trying to shove things that I want you to see in my face. I feel like you guys have these phones all day. These trials, like, they lied. The Russia collusion, that was a lie. And Hillary's getting caught up. People are literally in court every morning. And you can see this. This is public stuff. You're on YouTube all day, don't just watch crap. Shit, it's there live. If you watch the little early, the lower channels on your cable, it's on regular TV. It's on the news all day. These hearings, people are going down. These people illegally are doing this to Trump. And it's obvious. They've been messing with him since day one. They said that he wouldn't leave office if he lost. Well, shit, Pence brought up the fact that y'all been trying to overturn the last election with lies that y'all created. Clinton paid for it. I mean, this is public stuff and evidence. People are confessing. High people are confessing, saying, yeah. And they still talking about how he cool with Russia. I think Putin finally said, damn, I can't be out here acting crazy. My fiance and I was talking about it last night. If anything, I think Putin is more in check now, because he like Trump just as crazy as I am. And Kamala tried to insinuate that Putin would be afraid to mess with Biden. I will whoop Biden's ass. Do y'all know who Putin is? He don't give a damn about Biden. You know what I'm saying? Trump is crazy. We need that right now. But he's crazy about America. He's our pit bull. And y'all trying to get rid of it? Put a poodle up there in charge of us and our safety? When he's having these rallies and he's saying we have beautiful nukes, we have beautiful ones, the best in the world, and we hope we don't have to use them. He's not talking to you right there. He's basically telling everybody, hey, we're good over here. I invested in our military. Try it if you want it. And they're trying to like criticize him for killing all these terrorists. He's that president that's like, if there's a possibility this dude might mess up some American lives, I'm pulling the trigger first. That's what you need. These people not our friends. These other countries smiling our face. Even our own allies. They've been draining us. It's like been a collective thing to screw over America because they envy us. They do. That's real. And they all watching this circus because y'all over here talking about racism. All right. Until next time. I went a little bit too long, but I really hope y'all watch this. And I know I probably went here and there, but I'm going to do a part 2 and try to keep that one more organized. Thanks.